Hello, welcome to Sunfire Designs. Today I am going to attempt to do the metallic DaLi dot flower. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going off of Lillian's video. She's very inspirational. I loved it. It was awesome. So hopefully I can make mine look anything like hers. I would be very, very pleased. So I have a few things here. So I have some green. This is Sap Green Liquitex acrylic ink. And then I have, this is brown. It is Burnt Umber by DaLi. I have this right here. It is bronze. The bronze is by Recollections from Michael's, and it is just called bronze. I have this right here, which is a combination of yellow-orange acrylic ink, white casting craft, my lid just came off, white casting craft, and just a hint of ghost gold. Then I have my white, which is it's like halfway between transparent and opaque. And I'm actually going to put that in this bag. And then I have a little bit of clear left. So I really have no idea how this is going to turn out. I hope it turns out well, but I really don't know. I have this really cool metallic thing in the middle, which I guess I know that silver does not necessarily go with bronze, and I'm kind of a matchy-matchy kind of person. But I really want to use it, so we're going to go for it. I am going to, however, before I pour my green in there, I'm going to spritz this with alcohol because there's all sorts of tiny little dots in here, and I want to make sure that we don't end up with bubbles, or at least the fewer bubbles, the better. This mold is the ice mold from Pouring Your Heart Out. Everything, I will put links to everything. Or at least a list of where you can get it from if I don't have a link in the description. Sorry, that was a lint roller. I use that to remove hair and lint. I have a cat and 2 dogs, so I end up with a lot more hair than I'd like to have. So I'm going to start off by spritzing that here and then pouring this in here. And it hopefully will not affect it because it will have dissipated by the time I get to actually doing anything. And I'm not using alcohol ink or anything, so I think it'll be okay without it. And guys, you'll have to forgive me. My allergies are really driving me nuts. I'm going to try not to sniffle in your face or in your ear, but I am a little sniffy today. All right, so now that alcohol was underneath, so I'm not worried about it. I'm going to torch this real fast. I'm not worried that I'm going to light myself on fire. I am just going over it very briefly. I don't want to melt this mold. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I probably made too much of this. Probably made more of this than I needed to, but I'm going to take this metallic and I'm going to pour it around the edge. Okay, just a very thin amount around the edge. As far as I know, we don't need a lot. You just want to have just enough around the edge to make just like a line. And that's my husband in the background, don't mind him. He is doing his thing and I'm doing mine. There, went over it again just because I was following the edge of the mold, which is not even. It kind of goes in and out. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the tip of my bag off and I'm gonna start making some dots. I am using Art Pro resin. It's a 2 to 3 resin. It is, in my opinion, the best resin for these particular things, the flowers. I have tape on my scissors. Get off. All right. That's my opinion, obviously. I mean, there's some flowers I can get to work with other resins, and some you need to use like a 2-to-1, but I have not had a lot of luck having fairy flowers and the like work with regular resin. Like a regular resin, it just, the work time is just not long enough for me to get everything I need to get done. I know other people may have had luck, but I am not one of them. It just takes a while to mix up all these different things. You have to measure them out. And even if I label my cups ahead of time so that I just jump right into it, it just takes some time to measure things out and count how many drops of each color you want to have, etc. So that is why this has a slightly longer work time. I don't actually know what the work time is in minutes or hours or anything, but it has slightly longer work time. Trying to do this a little faster here. Anyway, you can feel free to fast forward if you want to. I'm doing these dots and then I'll be doing something else in just a second. You can hear little coyotes yipping outside. It is nighttime. It's like 9 o'clock at night or something. And I'm a night owl, so I like to do stuff late at night. It's when I get my best thinking done. I can totally hear that little coyote out there. Can't wait to see how this turns out. And I really hope that little metal thing in the middle works. Good thing is it's metal, so it's not, I mean, it's not super heavy, but as long as I don't pour anything in here, you know, really fast, or like mix it up with a spoon or something, or a stick, it should be okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to set this aside for just a second, and I'm going to take my brown, and I'm going to make dots of the brown in here around the, get in there, in here among the other dots. I don't exactly know how many I'm supposed to make, but come on, get in there. And I didn't make as big of a color difference in mine as Lillian did. She had like pink and then she had blue dots. So I don't know about that, but I don't know. I was just trying, I don't know what I was going for. I had something in my brain, like this vision, and I don't know if it's going to turn out the way I want it to or not. It might end up being a disaster, but you know what? You don't know if you don't try, right? And this does blend in pretty well. It's kind of hard to see where I've made dots. And I know I don't need to make a ton, but I don't know why my everything is moving kind of off center. It's kind of weird. Get in there. All right, I think that's pretty good, I think. All right, so now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna pour this around the edge also. And that's going to push everything to the center. And I think I also made too much of this. But it's whatever. All right, I think that's good. Gonna have all this leftover brown and bronze. All right, so now I'm gonna put this yellow in the center. Really wish I knew what was going on over here. I might not use all of this, I don't know. It's a little more colored than I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a little lighter, but I added the drop of the yellow orange and it just kind of took over everything. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make more dots. Okay. Oh, come on. Don't blend together, little dots. This is more like it. I will go back and try to break those up in a second, although I don't know that it's going to make that big of a difference. Just kind of going to go through. I'm hoping that ghost gold, it's like an interference gold. I'm hoping that doesn't like take over the entire piece and make it hard to see stuff. Probably didn't think that through. I honestly have no idea what this is going to end up looking like. It might look like absolute garbage. I don't know. But I hope not. I'm not usually a brown person, but I wanted to use the bronze and I wasn't sure what else it would go with besides like the green, etc. Okay. Now I'm gonna go out here. Again, and like I said, you can fast forward and just watch it on fast forward if you want to. I am not good enough with editing to be able to speed this up for you. I'm so sorry. It's on my to-do list to learn how to do it and be better. But I don't know when that's going to happen. At least I'm getting a little faster. This thing has the most dots of anything I've ever done. It's almost hard to tell where I've been. Sorry, I'm very focused and concentrating on what I'm doing. My husband's playing video games with his friends. As you do, you know? All right, let me come out here again. And try to push everything in to the center. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not. I guess we will find out. All right, let me see. I think that's enough dots. What do you think? All right, so now I'm just going to pour my clear in the center. And hopefully this comes out and is a gorgeous, beautiful flower by the time we unmold it. which will probably be in the morning. So, all right. I will probably torch it, and then I'm just going to kind of let it do its thing. So I will see you when it's time to unmold. Okay, it's the next day, and it's time to find out if we had a success. Fingers crossed. It looks good on this side, but then, you know, that's not always an indicator that things worked. All right, ready? 1, 2. Oh, that came out cool. That came out really cool. I like the middle. I don't know how I feel about the color combination, but maybe in the daylight when I go outside, it'll look better. I like it. I really like it. I love how the middle came out. What do you think? Maybe this middle is a little too big. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. All right. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you for joining me for this. And I will see you next time.